오늘은 2021년 마지막 날 아빠가 공항으로 데려다주고 있습니다. I'm off to Hawaii. Okay, you guys, so you may know that I've done a lot of traveling this year. This is my third trip abroad in 2021. Now it's 2022, but Hawaii was always one of those destinations that was like on my bucket list since forever. And now that I'm finally here, it's reaffirmed some things for me. Some of the things I'm going to talk about later in this video. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about how to live a happy life. I've been consuming so much YouTube content, audiobooks, and just talking to people about this kind of thing recently. And I thought for my first video of 2022, I wanted to release my own 10 ways to be happy in 2022. Now, I am in no way like a lifestyle guru or a professional. It's just what I've kind of realized for myself over the years. And this past year especially, I've had people telling me like, oh, you have such a like positive, like bright energy about you. How do you do it? But I can honestly tell you that I really wasn't always this way, especially when I was in my teenager years, university. I had so much negative energy inside me. I really hated myself, I hated the world, and I thought everything terrible was happening to me. I was just in misery. But I can genuinely say I don't live like that anymore. Do what makes you happy. You can also live like that too. It's completely up to you and how you choose to live your life. So I thought I would share 10 tips of how to be happy this year. So number 1, know your method of self-soothing when you are faced with a difficult situation. So for example, you're under a lot of stress. How do you relieve that stress? You have to know exactly what will make you feel better the quickest. For me, if something terrible happens, I have to spend time by myself mulling it over, or I like to go out and exercise to try and release all that negative energy. But for some people, it might be immediately like calling their closest friends and family and like asking them to come over so they can all talk it out. So you have to know your method of self-soothing that will get you out of that funk the quickest. Many people don't know what it is because they don't really know themselves yet. And so they go flapping around being like, I'm okay, until they have like a mental breakdown. So figure that out and know to go to it straight away when something terrible happens to you. Number 2, be in nature and get some sunlight, which I've been getting plenty of in Hawaii. And sunlight or like vitamin D is really one of the recommended treatments for people with depression. So go outside and be in the moment and just really breathe in the air, take it all around you. You realize how vast Mother Earth is, nature is. Oh my god, look at that. You get some perspective that your problems that are in your head, the things that you're worrying about right now, aren't really all that important when you look at the whole entire universe, you know? And your problems that you are having may seem just really small and insignificant after that. I'm not complaining because the sun is out. I looked at the weather forecast and I almost like considered like delaying this trip. Imagine if I did that. I was worrying for nothing. So guys, I've arrived to my condo and this is the weather outside. This is not what I was picturing Hawaii to be like. I have this nice balcony and stuff. What is this? Come on. I think it's gonna be like this all evening. So New Year's Eve. And this is why I'm so glad I came to Hawaii to begin the new year, surrounded by nature, and just appreciate life for what it is and stop worrying about stupid things and wasting your time. Holy shit! Oh my god, hi! Hi! Oh my god! Oh my god! It looks like a dog, big dog. Oh my god! What am I seeing? Oh. Oh. Number 3, exercise. Obviously, I'm going to say exercise. There are just too many health benefits of exercising that will drastically improve your life for you not to do it. You sleep better at night because you're tired and therefore you perform better during the day. It releases feel-good chemicals, endorphins, after you finished a workout, not to mention the confidence and the sense of accomplishment you get after making yourself work out every day for a week. As you see your body toning up And as you realize, before you couldn't run for 10 minutes without gasping for breath, but now you can run for 30, 40. And so your fitness levels improve. You just feel so happy and confident and good about yourself. Beginning of the stairs to heaven. Morning cardio in. This is why I climbed the Stairmaster, to do this. But don't go from being like a couch potato to try and run like a marathon every day, because that's simply not going to happen. Just do a little bit every day. Going for like a 15-minute walk is better than nothing, but make sure you try and exercise this year. Number 4 is don't be a helpless victim, and don't surround yourself with people that let you be in that state of mind. We as human beings are really, really resilient and stronger than we give ourselves credit for. People and animals also, studies have been done that they can learn helplessness. Once you're stuck in that helpless mentality, you've just given up on life. Don't be one of those people. Take accountability for your actions and live courageously. Number 5, self-work is important. I believe that it's absolutely essential that you spend time by yourselves, away from Netflix, away from your friends, groups of people, and you just really spend some time figuring out what your own beliefs and what your own morals are. Studies show that people have the lowest self-esteem when their actions don't match with actually what they believe inside. So if you feel like you're putting on a bit of a facade, a bit of a face for people, you probably have very low self-esteem. So you have to spend time really getting to know yourself, not getting influenced by other people's opinions, but what you actually believe. And in order to do this, you have to do a lot of research, a lot of reading, and figure out how you want to live your life. Take time to research, read, and seek out both sides of an argument or a problem in the world, and really try to think independently. Don't do or say things that is for the sole purpose of fulfilling your ego. Make your words carry a lot of weight and make your words count. So any sort of self-important, self-congratulatory comments, think before you speak, because is it really necessary? Is that really going to make a difference in the conversation, or is that just to fulfill your own ego and pride? If it doesn't need to be said, don't say it. Instead, you should think of the purpose why we do anything in life. We're trying to provide value for society, for humanity, try to leave the world a better place than we came in. That should be the purpose behind everything that we do. So any kind of words that are just to fulfill your ego specifically, it's not necessary, so don't say them. We all want personal success too, because that's natural. If you ask most people why they want to be successful, it's because they want to provide a good life for their loved ones, their partners, and eventually their families. Remember that and just forget about your ego, because it's just really not important. Number 8, stop getting distracted. The current world that we're living in, it's super hard not to get distracted by the news, by social media, by Netflix, YouTube, all of these things that are designed to take our attention away. You have to let all of that go and just really focus on your own goals. Have a routine and be productive every single day, and even in your spare time, consume information as much as possible all the time, such as audiobooks, podcasts, instead of watching Netflix or YouTube or just listening to music on Spotify. As much as we need self-care too, try to maximize your spare time by consuming as much information that will just make you become a better, wiser person. Time is our most precious resource, more than money. You can always make more money, you cannot make more time. So have a routine and plan your days out. I would also even suggest turning off your phone notifications, especially if you're one of those people that gets very much emotionally affected by the various text messages you may get during the day. You can choose your own time when you decide to check your phone notifications, but you should have a few set hours during the day where you just focus solely on your work, and then you get back to your social life. So don't get distracted in this crazy world that we're in right now. Number 9, reach out to people first and be the first to show them love. It never ever benefits you to act more self-righteous, more important, or aloof. The most popular kids at school were popular because they are always the first to approach people and take an interest in other people. That's why they're popular. They will talk to everyone and anyone. If you show genuine interest and enthusiasm for other people, you will 100% get that energy back. Everyone goes through that kind of angsty, moody, especially when you're in your teenager years phase where you think you're too cool to talk to certain people. Don't live like that. It just does not benefit you at all. Do not let your ego ruin your life.
I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
Also, catch yourself when you're saying mean or judgmental things about other people. Is what you just said, is that going to make you a better person? No, it's not. Also, don't surround yourself with people who just like to engage in gossip all the time. That does not serve you. That does not serve your purpose. That's not going to make you a better person. So there's absolutely no need for it. Instead, have your close circle be full of people who are hardworking, kind, and strong-willed, and they will encourage you to become better, and they will lead by example. If you are the best person in a room, then you are in the wrong room. So reach out to people first. The last point is have a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. This is actually like a famous self-help book. A lot of the books on how to live your lives talk about this kind of concept. So people who have a fixed mindset, they have a negative thought and they just believe that that's the absolute truth. So people with a fixed mindset may feel jealousy towards a person that's doing better. But people with a growth mindset will see that and turn it around and say, how can I achieve that? What can I change in my life so I can achieve what they are doing? Another example is, wow, the weather in Hawaii is terrible for this whole week. My holiday is ruined, and why am I so unlucky to come at a time where Hawaii has horrible weather? But if you have a growth mindset, you will say, I can still have fun in the rain, and I'm still in Hawaii. I'm still going to have a wonderful time with the people that I love. So I'm determined to make my 1 week here and enjoy it to the fullest. So there's no point bitching about the weather being miserable because I just got here to the top and it's amazing and I feel so fresh. So it's all about perspective and how you decide to live, basically. It's up to you. So challenge every single negative thought that you have and force yourself to change it into a positive one. And once you do this, you'll be feeling grateful for every little thing in your life, and then you'll be truly living a life without misery and suffering. The fact that you are able to have a nice cup of coffee this morning, be grateful for that, and then you will find absolute joy in everything you do on a daily basis. Let's go and achieve all our goals this year and be kind and show love to everyone in the process. I'll see you in the next one.